Hello, David and
Hey.
Ian.
Welcome to the Super Show!
Ooh, Super Show.
Woo!
I don't know if David and Ian. I believe I met you guys, but I don't think you probably won't remember me. But I've seen you in real life at a convention.
Was
At
it
PAX
was it
Prime.
PAX?
It was PAX Prime. I was there. I played your game. And you guys were like, "Yeah, we're making this game." I was like, "This game's awesome." And then you're like,
no, I do remember you. Yeah.
"Okay, dude, is the voice ringing a bell at all?" I was wearing a tie. I know that's
Yes, I remember. I think I have your business card around here somewhere.
You should have my business card. I believe I gave it to
I
you.
do,
I gave you one.
Oh my god.
Does
I'm
the
gonna
card
look.
have a whale on it?
It does have a whale. It should have a whale.
And it says Big Sushi because.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just looking through my massive stack of business cards. That I
Oh,
got.
humble brag! Holy shit! Jesus.
Ian can attest to the fact that I had a ton of business cards from PAX.
I'm sorry, John. I wish I could find out your business card. I just got so many. I just gotta swim through this pool of business cards that I have made from.
Look at these massive.
It's like a business card collecting machine. Like, it's scary,
Yeah.
man.
It's,
I-
you should start reading. You should start emailing everybody, and then give them like a 1 out of 10 on their business card. You know, and so that way when you get there, like when they review your game.
I think that's a terrific idea, actually. I think when I do start emailing people, I'm gonna kind of rate them based on their interactability. So clearly, you're gonna be a 10.
Oh, nice. Because I just show up randomly and say, "Hey, do you remember me, guy? Hey, it's me."
I got it. Yeah, here it is.
All right, so
Sean Lindy, Big
I'm ready
Sushi
to go
Admin,
here.
Dungeon Master.
That's me. I'm the dungeon master.
Yeah, you are the dungeon.
This is really
master.
appropriate for this game because life goes on. You're in a dungeon of sorts.
Like,
You're-
How's
Yeah,
the audio?
It
You
is
guys
a
hear us?
dungeon-esque environment, yes.
Hopefully the stream knows that our audio is all happening and they can hear everything.
so
We
we're-
have your game running! Are you screen sharing it, Calvin?
No, I will.
Do your screen sharing so they
Oh,
can
no.
watch it.
Totally forgot that part.
Yes. We are.
Don't worry,
I'm-
guys. How many hours have you been awake? How many hours are we going on
I
now?
think I half slept
This is the last thing. This is
Half
the last
slept
game before
for-
cake.
an hour and a half because of that.
Is this figurative cake or is this literal cake?
It is
Actual.
literal, actual
This is a
cake.
bring your own cake event due to internet, but
Right.
it is totally a cake. I have a cake. It is in the refrigerator. It has the word something about I don't know
It has-
games.
it has
that
words
you
on
on
it.
it. It has
What
words.
kind of cake did you get?
Cheesecake,
Got
right?
tasty little cheesecake, not a big cheesecake. Because last time we were really tired and the cake that we ate, we just kind of started eating with spoons, and I didn't want that to happen
I think we ate the whole
with
cake.
a whole cheesecake.
I ate all of my half of the cake.
That's a lot of cheesecake.
Exactly.
Too much.
Exactly.
Too
So
much cake.
I tried to play it safe.
So we have Life Goes On here. Will you guys tell us what we can expect in this video game?
Sure. So Life Goes On is a puzzle game where the only way that you can solve the puzzles is by killing your characters over and over again,
Amazing.
just
I have-
nonstop.
I have only played a few seconds of the first level to test this out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've played more because at PAX Prime, this game was actually literally pretty much the only game that I actually got away from our booth to play because I had
I am
to.
very happy that you got away to play our game. That makes me so happy.
Well, we were both showing off games that were kind of revolving around death in various ways, so I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah,
but-
it just kind of like
I know.
meshes. You
Oh
know?
yeah, the
What I was trying to
moment.
say
The
is that
moment
there's a
when you hit
moment.
start is an important moment. You're right. I'm sorry, Calvin.
So what I was trying to say is that like I just tested this for just a second. I pressed play and I was already just totally enthralled with this game. So,
So it's a moment of silence,
here we go.
perhaps.
Okay.
That
That was
that's
it.
how that works.
That's beautiful.
Pretty much sums up our game in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It tells you all about it. Make sure we get a chance to read the names, Calvin. Oh my goodness.
I'm busy killing
They
guys.
can't even like write.
I didn't even
them.
need to
They're
kill
just
that one.
dying so fast.
You guys are quiet, right?
Oh. We
I'm
may
not
be-
quiet.
Maybe they might mean volume-wise, guys. Relax. Whoa. It's all right.
You're the
You're all-
quiet one. You don't tell me how to be quiet.
No.
Wait, is it these headphones?
These headphones are. I'm hearing everything else very loud other than us. So I don't know where's the
Oh,
volume.
it is. It's totally the headphones. I'm hearing typing very loud now.
Furious typing. It wasn't me.
Okay, now everything's fine. I was my headphones messing up, guys. Everything else is great. Sorry.
Okay.
Did you have the volume set weird so that you could hear various ways?
See, like I didn't mean to kill him.
Why did you do that?
I just felt like it. I'm just a bad
So
person.
that was a checkpoint. So you don't have
Yeah.
to.
Best.
Yeah.
Do you get points for for keeping guys alive?
You don't get points per se. You'll see at the end of the level here that we've got kind of a par death count
I see.
for the level.
Nice.
A pile of bodies.
So like there you can see you died 7 times, but the target death count on that level is 3. So
I may not hit any of these targets.
So there's a par, so to speak.
yeah, kind of like golf, but way more fun because you know golf doesn't involve spikes and saws and all kinds of really cool stuff.
Oh.
So, you guys who are working on this game now,
Calvin, really? Are you trying?
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Calvin's gonna do his thing.
Away without dying at all.
No, you have to die. That's the part of the game. Is that this is all about accepting death and understanding that death is a natural part of you know the time
Which would
and
explain
things in
why
life.
Calvin is trying to play it without dying at all. That explains everything.
You actually have to die at least once in every level. Oh man, this is one of our brand new levels that we've never shown off before.
Ooh, awesome!
Sorry, Jeffrey.
Everybody,
Yeah, so-
everybody that is watching, you feel special right now.
Yeah, so we're trying furiously to get this level in yesterday, but thank God.
Yeah, if you hadn't, there would have just been a giant void here.
Yeah,
Everybody's
yeah,
heart.
no, you just would have come into the level and seen like a white box with the knight on one end and the grail on the other, and maybe some spikes at some point.
Wait. When
White
you reach
boxes
par,
everywhere.
when you reach par, you get confetti. Is that what I just
Yeah.
saw? Oh,
Yeah, you get confetti and a little party horn.
that sounds beautiful too.
Isn't that terrific?
Reminds me of when you beat the levels of like Orcs Must Die. You get the sweet beats and the dancing and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
The eyebrow. The eyebrow was always what sold that for me.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the Mountain Sir Ted Cromwell, son of Jim.
Jim has a lot of children, a lot
Yeah.
of sons and daughters. Jim is fairly prolific.
What he means is he got busy.
He got down. Yeah, Jim got down quite a bit.
Well, you mean more like he got up. Heyo!
Oh,
Wow.
Woo! I'm here, guys.
I take it this isn't a kid-friendly stream then, hey?
What are you talking about? We haven't said anything inappropriate.
It was.
okay.
It was, and then there were butts everywhere.
Then there
I
were
don't know how we're going to match that, by the way.
We can't be
You're gonna
hipster
draw.
butts.
You're gonna have to draw a butt. That's how you're gonna have to match it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Oh man. Okay, we'll see what we can do.
I think all the death will do pretty good. That death right there is pretty good. It's like double death. No, but so since we could probably just talk about all of the fun ways that Calvin's going to die while we do this.
Oh, there's going to be many fun ways. Don't worry.
I had a question from because I haven't played the since packs, and I remember, didn't you have like a scream box to record people's
Yeah.
death cries?
Yeah. So when we
Right.
were at PAX, we were like trying to find out how we could try to encourage people to like come to our booth and play our game and stuff like that. So what we did is I made a soundproof box, or relatively soundproof, stuck a microphone on the inside, and then we just we had people come up and give us like their best death sounds and death cries and stuff like that. Because before the end of or before PAX, the only person who was doing death sounds was like me and my girlfriend. So we decided that like the best way to get a nice variety of death sounds would be to crowdsource them. So we ended up making the box and then had people come and give their best death sounds and stuff like that. And there are some of them in this build. So some of the death sounds that you're hearing are ones that we recorded at PAX. And we actually tugged that box around to some other events and managed to record some great death sounds too. So actually, the city where we live in Edmonton, we were at an event and the mayor was there, so we got the mayor of our city to give us his best death sound too, which was pretty great. We were pretty excited about that.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. How many in total do you have now? How many death curdles do you have?
I think we're around 400, somewhere around there. We've had 400 people give their voice into the box, so sometimes we can, give one or two death sounds, or sometimes they can give one or two death sounds, and so we can get more than that, and hopefully we'll have around 450, 500 by the time we're all done.
That was another new level, by the way.
Yeah, that one was one of the new ones too. That level, this is the first time seeing it. I really like the smoke in the background on that level, actually. Props to the artist, Ian.
Thank you.
Good job.
Oh yeah, that's something to tell the chat. Why don't you guys? I mean, obviously you just spoiled half of it. Why don't you guys tell them though, like, what it is that you do for the game?
Oh yeah, totally.
Right, introductions. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we just started playing the game. It's just so much fun. So there are 4 of us on the team. There's Ian, who's on the call with me, Susan, who's our programmer, who's modding the stream right now, or the chat right now. There's Eric, who's our kind of business miscellaneous QA level design assistant guy, and then I'm the producer and I make the death sounds. And then we've also got Kevin Greenlee, who's doing the music for the game, and we're really happy with what he's done. He's been doing just like an absolutely fantastic job. So
that's awesome. I like that, like, you're the producer and you're the death sound guy.
Yeah, that's me.
What is your job as a producer? What does that all really, what does that really mean? Does that mean you just sit there and like, guys, I got an idea. We're gonna do this.
No, it
I'm
means
not
he's cracking
creative.
the whip on me.
I'm the guy who's like, okay, guys, we're like 2 weeks behind. Let's crack the whip. Okay, Ian, you're not sleeping for the next week. Just start
great.
arting more.
Art harder. What the hell?
Yeah, art harder. Make better art.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of my job.
How does one get that job? How do I get that job?
I don't even know how I got this job. Ian, how did I get this job?
You were just kind of there.
Yeah, I just kind of started doing the job, and then it turned into my job, I guess.
No, you did that thing at Funcom, and then you were the producer there, so it's like, well,
yeah,
you gotta do it now.
Yeah, I did an internship at Funcom, and I did the production for a small student project, and I just really enjoyed it, actually, just helping people get work done, because the job of a producer isn't producing work themselves, it's helping everyone else produce work. So I found
it's like a management. It's there to basically make sure that everyone is working in as most of an ideal situation as possible, or in your case, making sure Ian's getting all the work done.
Yeah, exactly. Ian
and
making sure Susan is doing all the coding and stuff like that. Making sure that I don't know, what does even coders do on games? And I don't even know anymore. It all just kind of blurs together.
They magic games.
Yeah, I think that's a good description. Programmers, the magic of games.
I remember this level when I was at PAX.
Yeah?
Yeah, this one is cruel.
This is, I think, one of my favorite levels, actually.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it shows like wall jumping and
I like the sword flying at you at the screen. And I like that they have swords, but they don't seem to be able to.
You don't use them.
They don't have any use for them, really.
But you might need it. It's dangerous to go alone. Come on. we all know what to say.
our
It's
knights,
there so you can throw it dramatically at the screen, right? Like that is the purpose.
Yeah, our
when
knights
you
aren't
run it,
exactly
like-
too bright, so
Oh.
they just kind of
Trail.
like like how it makes them look cool, and they can't actually figure out that it might actually be able to help them on their quest.
Calvin, can you figure this one out?
Oh,
It's hard.
I
It's,
see.
it's embarrassing to do in public sometimes, these puzzle games.
I didn't realize those were save things, but now.
Yeah,
Oh, well, that was good. Got that spot there.
that spot was a necessary dead spot, apparently.
I thought these might kill me like everything else.
They are waving pretty viciously.
So what's the origin of this game? What was this game first made for?
Sure. So we actually started originally in the Global Game Jam in 2012. And the theme for the Global Game Jam that year was the Ouroboros, which is... I just got a message from Susan saying she banned someone and is super happy. No, but the theme for the Game Jam that year was the Ouroboros, which is like a symbol of life and death and renewal. It's like a snake eating its own tail. And so we were kind of figuring out how we could make a game about dying and about like rebirth and renewal and stuff like that. And it just kind of morphed into a game where you have all of these knights that are questing to find this treasure, but then they can't actually like do anything, and so they just die a lot and keep coming back to life, and it just kind of turned into this project, and we put it out there, and we got like a lot of really good comments on it, and so we just kind of kept working on it, and that's just how it turned out.
Oh, I forgot the name of it. What's the fuzzy guy? The little fuzzy ball guy.
Oh, that's Jeff.
Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Jeff. Yeah. So.
What do you mean that's Jeff? That's like so like what? Like that's the big reveal? Oh yeah, that's Jeff.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point. That's just what he does.
I don't accept this. I don't agree.
This is another new level. Wasn't in PAX.
Yeah.
Actually, did I do this one last Thursday? Or the
Something
Thursday?
like that. I think you got this one done last week.
It's all blending together.
That's because you're arting so hard, Ian.
That's what happens when you're heavy in the development. It just becomes this squish of, I worked on a game. I don't know what day it is anymore.
Bonzo Apps tells Ian that he really likes the art of the game.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's awesome.
Calvin, in case you're wondering, today is Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Okay.
Is it
Nope.
Sunday today? Jeez,
Sunday
I forgot.
Fun Day. It's the fun day.
Oh,
the
nice.
most fun day of the week.
Oh, I see.
That makes sense.
This is another new level in the game.
I missed. Sorry, you gotta go into the grinder too.
So the next,
Oh, no.
I guess, probably big question I have is when can I pay you like 30 cents to get my knight to be like black, like the Black Knight?
When can I pay? 30 cents exactly.
Or when can I give you like dollars or cents to have like
Oh,
a feather in my helmet?
Well, a lot of that depends on how much we sell and how well we sell, right?
Right.
You know, we could start putting stuff in that game, but that means we're going to push back our ship date. So at this point, we've been working on the game for almost 2 years, and
Yeah,
we
but
really...
like, is shipping
Oh,
a game
God.
really important? Like, is that really
Yes.
important? I mean,
Yes, shipping a game is really important. It is the most important thing.
but come on, like early access, something, beta, alpha. There's,
Well, no,
you know,
raise a really good point, though.
games as a concept. I mean, come on.
Eventually.
We have a really hard time doing an early access for this particular game because when you think about it, this game is all about like content. It's a content-driven game.
No.
So the more content that you have in the game,
Oh no, it works. It
Calvin, what
works.
do you mean no? That's
Like-
exactly what you were trying to do, I
I
thought.
thought I was gonna
I
jump
got
on, use them
distracted
as a
by watching you play
platform.
the game.
I know. Watching him constantly dying the same way is becoming distracting.
Yeah, no, it is. I figure I should just stop watching you play.
Yeah.
So
it's-
yeah,
it's
no.
not so fun.
Since we have a content-driven game, we have a really hard time being able to give early access to the game, because that means that we just need to keep creating more content in order to keep the game fresh and fresh and fresh. So we're really just interested in making sure that we can get the game out there and get it into people's hands, and then they can play the game all in one go, and we don't have to worry about making additional content. And so that's one of the reasons why we haven't done an early access, because if we do that, then it means that we have to just focus on making as much content as humanly possible without thinking about some of the other stuff that the game needs.
Mhm.
So
that's what we call a softball question. So.
Oh, fair enough.
But we ended business.
That's what we saw. That's what we saw.
Yesterday said that indies shouldn't make content-driven games because it's hard. Yeah.
Making a pure content-driven game is hard.
Right. Well, because I'm not sure if people know this, but most development teams in the indie space, you're talking like maybe 10 people at most if you're crazy.
Yeah.
But more frequently, it's like 2 to 3. You know what I mean? And that's to keep up with a content schedule, much like I'm sure Ian could probably lament to us right now. It takes a lot of time to make things. You know, it takes a lot of time to make games and all the things that go in.
A lot of time and a lot of effort, and a lot of play testing. Like we've play tested all of our levels quite substantially to make sure that we're getting like the most streamlined experience that we possibly can. So it takes a lot of effort to make content like this. So being able to just like crank out these levels just doesn't happen. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't do early access. And so once we start selling the game, if it starts selling really well, we'd absolutely like to put stuff in, like customizable nights and things like that. So,
what about like level editors? Is that something that you're considering? I mean, obviously, like, because this like what we see a lot happening in the indie space for that problem of content creation, right? Because technically that's a problem.
Yeah.
Is that if you give it over to the users? I mean, look at Valve. That's how Valve is now able to kind of like seem like they're making so much, even though they're so small. You know, look at Dota, TF2. So much of that content now is made by just people who play it. Those are just users making content.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is that something you consider for this game, like a level editor?
Doing a level editor is something that we would really like to do, but the amount of work that it would take to create a level editor that we could put into people's hands, as opposed to just straight shipping the game, is really difficult. So, again, it's one of those things that we'd like to investigate in the future as we keep going, but it's not going to be out on launch, at least at any rate. So hopefully at some point in the future we can do that.
If we could have had a demo a level editor to start, that would have made my life a lot easier.
Right. Well, I mean that's what we see a lot happening now. Is we see a lot of people who are making like these style of games, these puzzlers, is they're basically building the tools up front to then open up to level editor, like to be level editors for others, like things like Forgato and so on and so forth.
Yeah. This is a new level, by the way. This is actually a brand new mechanic that we were showing off.
Floating dead bodies. Floating dead bodies is
it's a mechanic.
Is your mechanic.
Something like that, yeah. You can do some pretty crazy stuff with them. Trust us.
Oh boy.
Man, you guys just blew through.
Whoa.
Whoa. Wait.
I don't think Alex saw this when she played at PAX.
That was unfortunate.
I don't think
This
you
is the
did.
credit. No, I didn't see this.
This is awesome. Yeah, that's terrific.
And okay.
Oh, he dodged it. I thought everyone was going to dodge those spikes, but a lot of people get hit by them.
It's probably kind of satisfying too, though.
This is the best credits. Oh, go.
Calvin, you were too fast. Like way too fast.
Well, one of the things is you didn't like try to go find Jeff in like any level.
Dude,
just
you're gonna have to go
played
back
straight through.
And that one just like the one that pounds you into the dirt at the end. That's beautiful. It like really drives the point home. That's beautiful.
I actually do want to hear about this, but I'm gonna click no thanks anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, it burns. Ah!
You guys are good enough to be on our stream, but not enough for me to be on your newsletter list.
I would. I just,
Not in public. We don't want to put our emails on the things with the 500, 600, 700 people or whatever.
Okay, now see if you can try and find Jeff. There's one in every level.
Way to break this headphone.
Did you just break my headphone? I know how to put it back together. It happens sometimes.
I'm so
When
funny.
idiots wear
I
them.
was gonna suggest that you play. Because
Oh.
I did, and I beat it in a half hour, so you should be
Yeah.
able to have no problem.
Fine.
Right?
Whoa, challenge.
Yeah.
I found that all
Where-
successful relationships are built on the foundation of constantly challenging each other for everything. Hey, do you wanna go get some dinner? I don't know. Do I? Let's figure it out. Let's go somewhere else instead.
Rock, paper, scissors,
Where do you
forest.
want to
Yeah.
go for dinner?
That's like our relationship in a nutshell. Right
Yeah.
there.
Totally.
I think
have a lot of,
the
like,
color
rock,
blue
paper,
is pretty
scissors
good.
competitions.
Red's better. Oh, okay. Jeez. Didn't realize. Where's Jeff in this level? I don't see Jeff.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
a big mystery. Where is he?
Maybe he's over here.
Jesus.
Maybe I'm going the wrong way.
I still don't want to. Why is it Jeff? Come on.
No, okay, so
Ow.
you'll find a lot of the jokes we make in our game are just because it's like, and a lot of the design decisions we made are entirely because we thought it was hilarious. And so we thought that
Ew.
Put him to
having
sleep.
like this monster that just eats you mercilessly and having a really plain name was just hilarious. So that's why we called him Jeff.
It looks like you get eaten once and then he's asleep. So does that mean he might be an obstacle in various portions of the game later on, or is that just a cute thing he does afterwards?
It's just a cute thing he does because
He's all tuckered out. You know, he's just tired. He just
Yeah.
you eat that much metal and get back to me. See how you're trying to pass that.
in
Yeah.
one gulp, that's a lot of metal to take all at the
Yeah,
same
he
time.
didn't even chew. You know how you just,
No.
they say, like, remember when your mother told you to chew everything 26 times before you swallow it? That dude did not have a mother. Jeff was motherless.
Oh my god, we're creating the backstory for Jeff in the stream.
That's what I'm good at. This is what I do. I make up stories so things make sense in my own head.
Oh, you missed him.
Oh, you missed him. Way to go.
Too
There's
bad.
no
Can't
way to
get
get
back.
to Jeff.
Oh, let me in.
So
Farm
Jeff-
Puff will not be-
Jeff is meant to provide like a little bit of an extra puzzle. So, whereas in the majority of the puzzles, you can always solve the puzzle. With Jeff, if you miss him, you might have missed him, and you'll have to go back and play the level again in order to get him. And he usually provides a bit more of an interesting challenge than just getting the Grail at the end of every level.
Well, in
So
my
what
sadness, I'm going to make a pile of dead bodies up here.
Yeah, in protest,
Basically.
I like that. That's a good idea.
This is my mourning method. This is how I deal with loss.
This is not the brightest
You deal with
night.
loss by killing people? That's not really a great way of doing that.
But do we ever have a game for you?
So let's get back to Jeff. I feel like
Okay.
we haven't really quite resolved him yet.
Okay.
You know. So what's his motivation? Like, so why is he here? Like, what's he doing? What's going on?
It's
Well,
one of
he's
the big
getting-
questions about Jeff, really. You know, like who is Jeff? What is he here for?
How often do people like even care about Jeff? You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, like, you guys said his name was Jeff, but I don't see that anywhere. It's not like it's really that don't really draw much attention to him. So
Yeah, part of that is we came up with the idea of Jeff because a lot of puzzle games have secondary objectives that you can collect,
Mhm.
and we didn't really feel like our knights having something in our game that didn't kill our knights made a lot of sense because the entire game is about killing knights, right?
right.
So we decided that we wanted to have a secondary objective that ate you or killed you, and so we came up with a monster. But a lot of the conceptual design of Jeff and communicating Jeff to the player, we unfortunately haven't done a terrific job of in the past. And so in the final build that we're going to be releasing, we're trying to take a lot more care to ensure that when you meet Jeff, you know who Jeff is and you know what his purpose is.
Okay. And I mean, this is gonna sound like a kind of, I guess, a weird question, but like, so like, I mean, what's wrong with dragons? You know, like, I'm just, are dragons not cool anymore? Did I miss the memo?
original? In one of the original demos, we actually did have a gigantic dragon.
Yeah,
But-
you should ask.
But the way it ended up working out is actually, I don't know why we went away from the dragon, but we went with a
Because
fuzzy
it was-
monster.
Because it was barely working, and it was a lot of work.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, it was a ton of work.
Oh, so you guys are like, oh man, making dragons are hard, but we can make this fuzzy ball much quicker.
Well, and the thing about Jeff is that like he's pretty cute, you know, and so
yeah, you just want to hug him.
We thought it was really funny that something so cute would want to kill you, just like Nibbler in Futurama. So again, you'll notice that we thought it was funny, and so we put it in the game, just like the names and everything else.
How long? How many nights?
I'm so bad at this.
How much time was dedicated into coming up with all of the names? Like, how many workshops did you get to do?
Well, the names are all randomly generated. We have a massive.
You don't get to pick your own. Like, I thought you guys spent time and made like a master list. Like, I want you guys sit around a table and you're like, I want Bartholomew as one of the names.
There is kind of a master list of names, yes, but actually, I made all the names. So we took kind of bounced a few around, and then we just I don't know. I just sat down one afternoon and tried to come up with as many names as I possibly could, and as you can see, there is quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. How many? What's the upper limit?
Thousands. There are thousands of names. You could conceivably play the game through multiple times and never see the same name.
So what you're saying is if you ever see the same name, be sure to email support@lifegoeson.com and say that.
Well, then you've just found the knight's evil twin, and you are morally justified in snuffing him out.
So now you've essentially challenged me to go back and write more names for the game. So thanks for that. That makes me feel awesome. Like, hey, you spent all this time making all these names. Why don't you go make some more? You haven't made enough yet.
There's not enough names in this game. If there's only 1,000, I'm gonna hit that limit. I'm gonna hit that ceiling.
There's more than 1,000. Trust me. But yes, now I'm gonna sit down and try to come up with more names. So thanks for that.
No problem.
Making more work for me.
The Humdrum Elder Hugh Hutchinson, the Elder Esquire. He's a double elder.
He's really old.
Yeah.
Oh, and you just get old to go. Hey, it's another son of Jim.
Another son of Jim. How interesting that we were already seeing a duplicate.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jim has a lot of sons and daughters. Don't worry.
That's your workaround?
Here's another son of Jim. There's just tons. He's just a really, really, he knows what he likes, and then he goes for it.
Nice way to keep it PG.
That was fairly inappropriate.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
In this level, I'm really sad you took this out, Ian. There used to be a way to, like, jump across the top of the level and make it to the other side.
Yeah, playtesting
really
was not favorable for that.
Yeah, it was the best. It was my favorite way of completing this level. It took me like 20 minutes to do it, but
You just like breaking my levels. That's all what that's about.
I also enjoy doing that. Yeah. That's part of my job. Crushing your dreams.
Part of my job is showing you how poorly of a level you made.
It actually kind of
dream crushing is part of the producer job description. That's not
I have
usually
a
highlighted.
giant dream crush stick that sometimes when he starts.
Here's my question: Do you have the world's best boss mug?
I want one now. I think that'd be terrific. No, but I'm not as
Thanks
boss.
for giving him ideas.
Like, I'm not as boss. We're all equals. It's just I just make sure he's working on task.
Yeah. It's called pestering. Got it.
Yeah. I'm just annoying.
He's the screaming name generating annoying guy.
Ian, how am I doing? Am I annoying enough for you?
I fear like that. There's no good answer to that question.
No. Yeah. Ian, you're in a safe place. I'll stick up for you. Don't worry. I won't let him boss you around. All right, I'm here for you.
If I say no, that's a challenge. If I say yes, that's just going to encourage him.
Yeah.
I seriously, I don't see a
No.
good way
This is
out
what you
of
say.
this.
This is what you say. I've worked with better. Just better. Because that's still like a nebulous term. He's not quite sure what that means. Like, am I not enough?
You know what he's gonna say that means? He's gonna say that means ratchet up to 11.
Do you really say ratchet up to 11? Is that a common expression that you use?
I sometimes will say turn it up to 11, but I don't think I say ratchet up to 11. I think that's an Ian term of phrase.
Have you ever ratcheted?
Is it an Ian term or phrase? I just kind of pulled it out of my ass.
Well, I think it worked.
It is now.
It is now. It is now your phrase.
Oh, ratchety Ian
You have a
up here. Ian and his ratchet doing work, you know.
Ratcheting up some artwork.
And thus was a new in-joke born for me to despise.
Hey, have you guys seen Ian recently? No. I think he's out back doing ratcheting work. Oh, okay, got it. Cool. Great. Perfect.
Hey, Dave, have I mentioned that I hate you yet?
Only every day, man. Only every day.
So what you guys say is you have a working relationship. I think that's what you would best describe what's happening.
You know, we were actually friends from high school back in the day.
Where?
That explains everything.
Yeah. And then one weekend he was like, "Hey, you want to come to this game jam with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And then I got a job as a producer, I guess.
Are you still friends? That's the important question.
I'm friends with him. I don't know if he's friends with me.
I hate you, Dave. I hate you. Which is
There you go.
Yes,
There's your
we're
answer.
friends. I feel that any good friendship has a solid basis in hate.
Yeah, true story. I try pretty hard to separate our personal life and our business life. Yeah, it's not really fun for him and everyone else when like we go out for drinks with our friends and I ask him if he's finished his work for the day.
I know what that's like, actually. I'm actually very familiar with that conversation. Like, oh, dude, sweet, I'm so happy to see you. But did you do that thing that you said you were going to do like last week? Because still waiting for that thing. And I mean, not that it's a big deal or anything. Like, it's totally fine that it's not done, or you know. But like, it would just. I'm just saying, it would be cool.
We really need to ship on time, so just. I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday.
Sorry, guys, I gotta back you up here a second. What's this work-life balance thing you guys seem to be talking about? I'm not sure I'm familiar with the concept.
Oh right, guys, shh, I beat that out of him.
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that he even let you come on here. Like, I'm surprised that this was like, no, Ian, you got work to do. Sorry, I'm gonna go talk to all the people and talk about how awesome my game is. But you just stick in the dungeon and keep working, please.
I had to pester him to get on here.
No, you didn't. Whatever. See, friends.
Hate you so much.
Yeah. See, everything's cool now. We're totally best buds. Everything's fine.
Everything works out great.
Oh, I'm just trying to be an overachiever. I don't know what I'm doing.
Trying to get Jeff.
I had maybe a half hour of sleep over the last 24 hours, Calvin, so you can't tell me what to do. No.
You guys are freaking machines, by the way. Just
Yeah,
saying.
that's crazy.
Yeah, when was the last time that you guys pulled an all-nighter?
A long time ago? I don't know. Like,
It's been a long time for me. Hasn't been since college.
yeah.
But I've like very like consciously like I want to pull an all-nighter. Like I want to do this. It was like now I'm like should I stay up all night? I'm like, no. What?
See, we're old people. We don't
Remember
stay
the
up
last
all
time
night
we
for no
played.
reason. This is a good reason to stay up, though, at least. So.
Playing video games is always a good reason to stay up all night.
What was what's
Just ask anyone who's played Civilization.
right? One more turn syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
What was the what are some games that you have caught yourself playing late into the evening and like just like for some reason you always end up playing it like late in the evening?
I'm a recovering WoW addict, so there you go.
All right, get him off the stream. Get rid of him. Indie
Scum of the
poser.
earth, Dave. Scum of the earth.
Indie poser.
I haven't played WoW for a really long time.
I haven't done
really
fucking
well.
cocaine in a while, but you know.
Stop ruining
What,
it.
like COD or something?
I don't know, Civ, WoW, I don't know. Ian, what about you?
I'm not playing it late into the night, but I keep finding myself compulsively playing Spelunky.
Oh yeah.
Because Spelunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
Spelunky.
I play a lot of PlanetSide 2 these days, but
Is PlanetSide getting any better? Is it getting any better?
Yep.
Okay.
It's better. Really depends what you meant by that. Everybody else seems to have a different definition. But
I mean, like, is it fun yet?
it was fun when I started, so I think we've got a mixed frame of reference here. Sorry, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's always been a PlanetSide fan, so.
No, I understand.
Maybe the wrong person to ask that question.
No, actually, I would say that I had some good fun with a lot of my buddies. People who play PlanetSide forget that it's a team game. I think that's the biggest problem.
That's really the key there. You absolutely need to be in a good outfit or have a good group of people to play with.
Yeah.
Because if you can get 48 people to play together in a actual team-oriented fashion, that's pretty incredible. If you're just got 48 people kind of randomly milling around the same objective, less so.
You gotta save over there.
No, poop. I saved right there. What are you talking about? No. Why am I? No, I'm trying to get to the fuzzy guy. You're telling me the wrong thing.
Calvin, oh my God, Calvin. She's trying to be the best life goes oner there is.
I'm running out of spikes to throw myself on.
You might just want to hit that switch and bring the flamethrower closer. It'll make it a little easier.
Yeah. And then you won't accidentally fall down the pit.
Oh, wait, didn't I?
I see how you do it. You die and transfer from one event to the other. You get it?
I know, Calvin.
Okay, so apparently our game ruins relationships.
Yep. Have you played their game? Because their game ruins relationships.
I remember playing that on the PAX floor, and then somebody got a flamethrower, and after a few seconds of that, we banned them from the...
Yeah,
and then he died, and I picked up the flamethrower, and I rescinded the ban because setting things on fire is amazing.
Fire is pretty awesome.
I don't think the other person who survived that long was really appreciative. But screw you, I have a flamethrower.
That's the right attitude. I mean, let's be real, right?
Oh. Heartbreaking.
Yeah, this is a bit of a nasty one.
Oh wait, I see what I can do. Maybe. Oh. They just... Oh! Oh, I'm definitely not playing with brains because I can't... I'm like... I mean, if you're watching what I'm actually doing, I'm doing really stupid things.
Yeah, because you've got like 60 minutes of sleep, not even.
Get your sleep, kids. Don't
Luigi Payne, the Elder.
The wanted Luigi Payne.
The wanted magistrate. I'm not sure if you guys know what all those words mean. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, absolutely. The wanted... he's wanted by the police for being a terrible magistrate of an old city, but he's also super old. Hey, you got it. Good job.
And he's the most excellent Prince Roderick Mathurst II. He like ran out of space on the scroll almost.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah, I really need to add like the ... or something there at the end.
Yeah, where do we submit the bug reports? Where do we put them?
A lot of people have just been posting on the Steam community, actually.
Oh, great! I'm sure that's been lovely.
Actually, it's pretty fun. I enjoy interacting with people.
Oh, you guys are wonderful.
Can I have cake yet?
Not for 10 more minutes.
No, eat your vegetables first. Oh my god.
Oh.
Finish your sundae.
Oh,
that was wordplay. You just did a wordplay. Very good. Very well done.
Thank you.
This level was brought to you by the hilarious mental image of a knight running in terror from a checkpoint.
I think
it amused me greatly, so it made it into the game, which is
I think Alex
kind of a running
demonstrated that very well.
Wait, what? Okay. What is he doing? Oh. Oh. Well, that was convenient.
Well done.
Yay! No more victory, I beg of you.
Well, there's no more victory for those 20 knights.
Why do you only have a counter for like 2 digits? Why do you not expect people to die like 100 times in a level?
We
Doesn't happen that
expect
often.
people to die 100 times in a level.
Not according to what your little counter says up there. It's only got room for 2.
You're just gonna have to see what happens when you die 100 times in the full game.
Challenge accepted.
Excellent.
Oh, lava. Very, very awesome. Well,
Fire
so
pad.
you do actually have like 600 people here watching me die repeatedly in your evil game. There's things you want to tell them or places you want to point them to, and Susan isn't doing a good enough job. You can say it verbally.
Susan's doing a terrific job.
Yeah,
Wow, Alex just called Susan out. And
No,
Susan's
no,
been like
no.
working really hard this whole time.
Susan, how do you feel about that?
Susan,
Seeing
like,
how
I'm sorry
you-
for Alex being so mean to you about this stuff, but I thought you've been doing fantastic.
Seeing how you cracked the whip at Ian, I figured you guys probably had a pretty high, like, people have to behave rate or something. I don't know. No, but for all the people on the front page who haven't been able to commit to coming inside to our stream because they're worried that they will be less cool somehow coming in here, or they were scared people will judge them, you know, for the people who can't see the text that's happening in chat.
All right.
Well, yeah. What would you like to say to those people?
I would encourage everyone to play our demo. We have a demo available on Steam and through our website, lifegoesongame.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're going to be making some announcements within the next couple of weeks, which I think people are going to be pretty excited about. And we've got a brand new Tumblr that we're trying to push. So if you want to see some screenshots and get some news and see some cool animated GIFs about our game, check those out. Sorry, I just watched the stream for a second. But yeah, so just play our game, download us on Steam. We're already on Steam. We didn't have to go through Greenlight, thank God. So that's a big plus. Yeah, so thanks for watching and enjoying watching Alex die repeatedly.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's just mesmerizing. Like every time I turn around to watch the video, I just keep wanting to watch. I think that's how you know that you really like your own game, is when you just can't take your eyes off it.
No, there's something really wonderful about. Oops, I did a good job falling into the lava there. There's something really wonderful about watching other people play your game, like anytime. It's just, I don't know.
You just want to see how they play and what they're doing.
Yeah, you
Playtesting
learn
is
a
a
lot.
lot of fun.
Assuming your game's in a good spot, when it's in a bad spot and people start playing it, it's just like, oh, I should have fixed that. Oh, I should have fixed that. Oh, that didn't work out like I expected.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess you have to be happy with the game first, and then have people watch.
Yeah. Man, I had a lot of fun making the shaders for that lava level.
Yeah, Ian likes making custom shaders, the weirdo.
Hey, I've got to put my CS degree to use somewhere. How
Yeah,
I ended up as the game's sole artist.
Ian's a programmer,
is-
actually. He's not even an artist, but there you go.
An artist
That's mean.
now.
Ouch!
I know.
Ouch!
So mean.
Apparently, he hasn't even
I
gotten
didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
I'm
No,
sure,
clearly
Dave,
he has
sure,
done
I
a
bet-
terrific job with the art. Oh, I'm just gonna go hide in a hole now.
Ian thinks he's an artist, but
No, he's a terrific artist.
we just keep telling him that so he doesn't stop working.
No. I mean, he's a terrific artist, and clearly he's done a magnificent job. We won an award for the night. We won the Intel Level Up Award for Best Character Design. So I mean, like, clearly he's got some chops. It's really funny that like he went to university for programming and now he's an artist. I just find that quite humorous, personally. I don't know.
I think if you ask anyone what they went to college for and now what they're doing, they'll be equally as entertaining.
Yeah, you raise a
I
very.
do, I do have to say, I just sometimes I just sit down, look at what I'm doing, and like So, this is what the last 15 years of training in a completely unrelated field has done for me. Okay.
It's funny that you say that, though, but it's weird because you will always find ways to find things that do apply. You know what I mean? That to like, oh, okay, I remember this thing from that thing. This sort of applies to this situation.
Well, I am being a little facetious here. My programming background does come into this a lot. I've worked professionally as a technical artist, which is kind of a hybrid role. And I mean, having those mixed skill set is very handy for things like, say, shaders. Which is what Dave was kind of talking about earlier.
Right.
So I actually end up doing a lot of my effects in basically I can make art with code sometimes, and that's a nice flexibility to have, and also being able to write my own helper scripts if I need them. So.
Right.
There is applicability for that programming skill set.
No, I'm just trying to make you feel less bad about what happened, whereas Dave's trying to make you feel worse about it. So I just want you to remember who's the good guy here, okay?
Oh, I swear to God, I actually like my friend, okay? I'm not
sure,
trying
Dave.
to
I believe you.
Self-esteem.
Okay, now we know he's lying.
Terrific. This is what I do. I bring people together. That's my job.
And you know what? You're doing a really terrific job of it.
Thank you. Thank you. You're being a great producer right now.
I don't know. I think he's going to get off the stream and not want to talk to me ever again, which is going to make producing pretty hard.
This conversation brings me joy.
I just saw Mega Pie Man, PhD, ask a question about levels getting more complex. Sorry, I took my eyes off the video.
Are you trying to make this stream more poignant and have more information for people watching it?
I'm just saying. So
how dare you, sir?
Mega Pie Man asked
the answer to that, as the person who has just spent the last 2 weeks refining and arting levels, is that yes, some of them get much more complicated.
Yes, so we are going to have a lot more complicated levels and complex levels that will take longer. And we're looking at having kind of capstone levels that are really going to encapsulate all of the mechanics you've learned. So yes, we are going to try and make more devilish levels as the game goes on.
Yeah, one thing you have to keep in mind with the demo stuff is that we kind of want to give a broad taste of what the game has to offer, and that means that we can't really toss you into those really complicated levels until you've actually learned the mechanics. So most of these levels are training levels or introduction levels to various mechanics.
Yeah. For sure. Are you going to see if you can try not to get killed here, Alex? It's not going to work. You're going to die.
Well, the other question was, to follow up with that one, was that will there be more levels that, I guess, teach you by trolling you, much like the credits do at the end, how the credits kind of kill you all the time? Do you have kind of plans like that to help kind of be a way to tutorialize at all?
Where's Jeff?
There isn't a Jeff in the credits. I guess I should have said. Although, now that you mention it, that's a really good idea.
I have plans, Dave. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm glad. See, he's on top of things. No, so I think yeah, I think there are certain cases where trolling the player ends up kind of not only being funny, but it also is a great learning experience. So
right.
We're definitely looking at how we can put stuff like that into the game. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, like I said at PAX, I think what you guys got going on is terrific. So I'm sure everyone watching is also pretty excited to see where you guys go with this.
I hope so. I hope they've all enjoyed watching us play and just kind of discuss random crap.
I enjoyed playing, and listening to the random crap.
You just, dude, what? I try to have a great conversation for everyone to listen and enjoy, and I just got called that the whole conversation was crap at the end.
No, I never said the conversation was crap. I'm just saying, it's just random stuff.
You must be like the worst producer ever. Like, seriously, you're making me feel so awful. How does anyone work for you?
Well,
that's the best producer ever. Haven't you been listening?
Awesome. All right. We are
So
really
please,
looking
everyone, go play our game.
forward to bed, but first there will be cake.
Yes. Stick around for cake, everyone.
Yes.
Oh, did we tell people to throw the game on the wish